It's Press Pass with Jack Ebling, Mid-Michigan's spirited sports debate. Now let's get talking sports. Here's Jack.
Great evening, Mid-Michigan and beyond. It's Press Pass with Jack Ebling. I'm not Jack Ebling. Tom Crawford substituting in for Jack, and our producer Doug Warren in Chicago. The NFL Legends Classic golf outing, and which will be broadcasting tomorrow on The Drive with Jack and Tom, but it'll be The Drive with Jack and Doug. I won't be there, but we have an illustrious panel. We're going to do our terrific job tonight of fulfilling and make Jack proud. To my far left, Marty Martin, longtime 18-year national sports correspondent from Detroit, Michigan. Welcome, Marty. Obviously, you were a golf press person today and viewed that whole final round from St. Louis.
I did. I stayed inside instead of going outside and watched the entire round from 12 until I left Detroit at 6:35.
A lot of drama there. We thought Tiger was going to make that run, but 17, it just crashed and burned.
It was awesome, and he missed a couple of putts. One hung on the lip. That changes everything, too. Look, he's going to win another major. Yeah,
he will. Okay, and then to my right, a longtime Lansing native, just like me, Lansing State Journal sports columnist. He covers it all. He knows golf, he knows football, he knows basketball. He's Graham Couch. Welcome, Graham.
I'm glad to be here. Now, it was the best golf theater. I've been around since probably Tiger was around last time. You know, we're talking almost a decade ago now.
Yeah, and you got away from football, got a break from Michigan State football, and got into golf a little bit. And you're taking golf back up.
You know, and there is nothing that brings the fandom out in me more than Tiger Woods on a Sunday. It is
better than World Cup.
Wearing that red shirt, is that what it is?
I don't have a team in World Cup. I just enjoy the actual the games. But Tiger is look at him just waiting to put down the whole world.
Tiger, like it or not, Tiger is golf.
Yeah. We haven't. Well, let's introduce
Brooks Koepka might be too.
That Final Four
panelist. He does not play soccer.
To my left, Rico Beard of the Spartan Beat, moderator. My friend, my rival. We have a lot of fun, but we respect each other's schools. And Rico Beard, are you excited about Michigan State football? High anticipation this year for the Spartans.
It is. They're one of the 4 teams in the East that can come out of it. It's, I think, probably 3 teams, but you debate that 4th team with me. But, yeah, it should be fun. They're going to go start off with Utah State. I think that was one of Mark Hollis's best ideas, that Friday night game. Yeah. Just gives people a night game and warm weather. You can enjoy it. And, for people like Marty, you can take off and go up north right after the game.
You still got Labor Day weekend.
You still have the whole weekend
it's good to have a little warm-up before you go to Arizona State and Tempe, Arizona.
And then I can sit and watch the Notre Dame take on who's ever left for Michigan.
We'll talk about that. I'm hoping that's not going to be an issue. Praying. I woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning last night with a cold sweat.
Rashawn Sherry. Rashawn Gary. What?
Later in the segment. But we've got a lot to talk about. Obviously, Michigan State football, Michigan football, PGA. Stay with us. Press Pass with Jack Ebling. Tom Crawford moderating today.
It's open.
Hi. This is amazing. With moderate to severe ulcerative colitis.
Are you okay?
Even when I was there, I never knew when my symptoms would keep us apart. So I talked to my doctor about Humira. I learned Humira can help get and keep UC under control when other medications haven't worked well enough. And it helps people achieve control that lasts, so you could experience few or no symptoms.
Humira can lower your ability to fight infections, including tuberculosis. Serious, sometimes fatal infections and cancers, including lymphoma, have happened, as have blood, liver, and nervous system problems, serious allergic reactions, and new or worsening heart failure. Before treatment, get tested for TB. Tell your doctor if you've been to areas where certain fungal infections are common, and if you've had TB, hepatitis B, are prone to infections, or have flu-like symptoms or sores. Don't start Humira if you have an infection.
Be there for you and them. Ask your gastroenterologist about Humira. With Humira, control is possible.
The 19th Annual Holt Hometown Festival is coming Saturday, August 18th.
Hi, I'm Glenda. This is Dave and the Dude, and we operate our business the way we live our life, with honesty, integrity, and trust. Come and see us.
Lots of exciting changes happening at Coach's Pub and Grill. Stop out and see for yourself. Coach's Pub and Grill, where memories are made.
Come to the 19th Annual Holt Hometown Festival, Saturday, August 18th.
Jamie Foxx hosts the hit music game show Beat Shazam, all new Tuesdays on Fox. The student bookstores are Green and White Shop headquarters. Outfit your entire family with Spartan gear. We have a large selection of men's, women's, and children's clothing. Show off your Michigan State pride with new shoes, socks, hats, and more. Have your tailgate ready with MSU party supplies, car accessories, and dress your pet in green and white. We have gifts for students, grads, alumni, and fans. From Vera Bradley and Dooney and Burke to diploma frames and more. Always shop SBS for the biggest and best selection of green and white. Go green, go white, go SBS.
Team spirit, face paint, more cowbell. Dean Trailway's motor coach takes care of your travel, so you can support your favorite Spartan teams and focus on the important things. Dean Trailways, your favorite ride.
Time now for Going Green, brought to you by Graff Chevrolet, a trusted friend with 104 years in the automobile industry. Stop to see Matt, Mark, and Greg on West Grand River in Okemos. They'll take great care of you as they have on all of 6 Jack's leases and purchases. Go Green, go Graff.
Well, reaffirmation means getting back to where you were, where you started, I think, and I think that was apparent last year. I think right now it's more like handle success and build on what we've got, and build on that foundation. Maintain who we are, not just as football players. That's what I want to continue to harp on, as people too. I thought they looked good, but Short's, moving around, and Julian made some catches. He looks like a scholarship wide receiver, and Rescue looked good. But we're in Shorts. We're rotating 4 different groups in there, so they're getting minimum opportunities sometimes.
There's Graham Couch looking like Tom Cruise hiding behind D'Antonio's head there. Yeah, and that Going Green was painful for me to say, but we will move on. And that's obviously MSU Media Day was on Monday. We were there. Graham was there. Rico was there. And it's all positive things about for Michigan State moving forward. Rico Barry, I'm going to give you a first shot at it. What's your takeaway from Media Day and just a whole week of practice, now contact, and they even had a scrimmage, I think, on Saturday.
Yeah, they did. The defense won the scrimmage. Heard good things about the scrimmage. Weston Bridges, the running back, was injured last year, didn't play at all. Heard he played really well. Different type of back. He's going to provide that speed. The lightning from the Thunder and Lightning, where L.J. Scott and Connor Haywood are going to be the more the bruiser type backs. Probably the most I took out of Media Day, because I'm not a big Media Day fan.
You're not. You admit that.
But the camaraderie, I thought it was fake last year. I thought they almost looked like play dates where you're like, okay, we all really do like each other. But you found out later they do. And it's just really impressive when you still think about the fact that the team came together and they brought John Reschke back. And the reason why I say that, they didn't need him. He's probably not going to start. He's probably like 4th string linebacker now because other guys have passed him. But yet and still, they found a way to, I guess, find forgiveness and bring him back. And the team is strong enough that they're able to bring back such a controversial figure. So that tells me that there's still a lot of chemistry with this team.
Yeah, Graham, you filed a lot of stories. That's why you're talking a lot of players, a lot of coaches. What do you think the greatest strength is for Michigan State? And then maybe hit what that weakness is that might challenge them.
Well, they got a lot of guys back at key positions who won a lot of games. When you have 21 starters back from season 1, 10 games, that just doesn't happen, right? And they have a lot of guys with the potential to be great, on the cusp of being great. L.J. Scott, could he be a great player? Brian Lewerke, a great player. 3 wideouts that Pat Fitzgerald said could be the best collective receiving core in the country. And then you got your quarterback, your defense with Bocce and a lot of guys. So it's a roster with a lot of guys back, a lot of guys with 2 years of eligibility left. When you ask about weakness, though, and the offense, as prolific as they have a chance to be, they'll tell you this flat out. That offensive line, what will it be? Right. And maybe it'll be fine. We don't know that yet, but they're going to have to prove it on Saturdays. And if they aren't significantly better than a year ago, it's going to impact L.J. Scott. It's going to impact the rest of the offense, and they'll be less than great as a collective.
Now, Marty, you've covered your alma mater, Michigan State, for a number of years, and some people say this might be his D'Antonio's best team as he enters his 12th season. What's it going to take for them, do you think, to get to be that best team of all time and maybe get to a Big Ten title and the college football playoff berth?
Well, like Graham said, the offensive line's a big part, but I think it's going to be the defense. What we think is the offense is going to be able to generate points. Receiving core, L.J. Scott, running back, The defense is going to need to be a top 5 defense, and you're going to need to have Bocce, the Dowell brothers, and whoever fills in for Josiah Scott till he comes back is going to have to be next man up and fill in. If they come back with a defense that's that good, they will be his best team.
Josiah Scott injury was the news peg of Monday, but it didn't seem to bother anybody. I mean, I'm just saying that there's a lot of depth on this.
Yeah, they got a lot of depth when it comes to that cornerback spot, whether it's Trey Persons, whether it's Shakur Brown, whether it's Kalen Gervin, the true freshman. They got depth there, so guys are going to be auditioning for that spot. To piggyback to what Marty said, I think it really comes down to if Michigan State can get that rush defensive end, that could take them from going to a good team to a great team.
And if you think about that 2013 team, which is probably the greatest team he's had, and that defense that was overwhelming, not just solid, it was overwhelming. They had not only rush ends, but they had corners you could just leave on an island. And so that does matter. I mean, it's not just having depth there, but I think part of it is they have more faith in this offense than, say, 13 had coming into that season. They think they're going to be able to put up points. So if you go a month or two where you're figuring it out a little at corner, you may be okay.
See, I think this team rivals the 15 team because I thought that was his most talented team.
And Brian Lewerke, just keeping him healthy, just if you accomplish that, look what that offense can do.
Well, that's everything. If Brian Lewerke isn't healthy, then it's a whole different season. So you got to keep him upright.
But that's pretty true for any football team.
For most,
Yeah, because there is probably a drop off from Lewerke to whoever number 2 is.
Which would be Rocky Lombardi,
who has 0 experience.
Yeah, but he looks like Flash Gordon.
You may be, but what he's got to be good enough to do is beat Indiana or somebody like that, right?
Yeah.
He's got to be good enough that if you lose Lewerke for a week, it's not the end of the season.
Right.
If you lose him for the season, it changes the season. We all know that.
Right. Okay, well, we've covered Going Green. We're going to talk about the Spartans later on.
You couldn't get out of this section fast enough, could you?
Really, the fact that he
We still had 30 seconds.
But next week, my favorite segment called Out of the Blue, coming up on Press Pass with Jack Ebling.
What's really important to me is being able to have a partner, and Dart Bank has been that for me. I'm Eric Nelson. I'm a managing partner here at the English Inn. I've worked with John Morris at Dart Bank to help put together multiple projects that have assisted us with growing our business and continuing to be successful.
The Knapp Center is a historical hub for future business growth in beautiful downtown Lansing.
The Ide Company did the best they could to preserve the integrity of the history of this building while incorporating a modern open workspace.
They have been prompt, they have been efficient, and they really are a friendly, great group of people that we don't have any concerns about calling them for any of our needs.
Opportunities for retail, office, restaurant, and residential. Build the future as a member of the Ide Company family.
Chris, this is like some of the cars the Graff family has sold over the last 104 years.
Yeah, no power steering, no radio, no GPS, no OnStar. Boy, a lot's changed.
Yeah, and for the good. But some things haven't changed.
Like making friends and saving people a lot of money.
Drive away a 2018 Silverado Double Cab 4x4 as low as $148 a month, or get a 2018 Malibu LT as low as $106 a month.
It's our annual anniversary sale, and you're getting the presents.
During our Graff anniversary sale going on now at every Graff dealership.
Sarah Swistak returns to the anchor desk on Monday. Welcome back, Sarah.
Start the school year off right with the back to school sale at Denver Mattress. Right now, when you buy any size Aspen bed-in-a-box model, you'll get a free space base and the shipping is free. Or how about 2 of our best sellers at their lowest prices ever? The Queen Size Summit is just $179.99, and the Queen Size Doctor's Choice Plush is now just $439.99. Come in and save on a great night's sleep at the back to school sale at Denver Mattress.
PFCU is more than a financial institution. We are a proud community partner. Our support includes awarding scholarships, providing education on financial literacy, and sponsoring local events in the communities we serve.
We focus intensely on doing the big and small things right for our clients. The guiding principle of our work is that we always put the client first.
Selection, savings, Sundance, it's fun, 7 days a week, St. John's, come see us.
The ability to maneuver and move around as an athlete, and a guy that has experience now, you know, that piece gets overlooked, you know. oh, you know, this guy's a good player, let him play. Oh, why isn't he playing good? Why don't you give him a chance to breathe and let him play good? How about that? And, you know, sometimes I think, we forget about that. But this guy has played. He's played a lot. And he's been in the soup, you know, at a high level. So, you know, I think that gives him general respect. But the way he goes about doing it, you know, he certainly earned my respect. You know, he came in and talked coverage today with the boss. So, you know, I mean, he's just a great kid. And, you know, I'm excited to see him play against other people.
That's Michigan defensive coordinator Don Brown reporting that Shea Patterson has been in the soup, which is another one of his funny little phrases, that he's got a lot of experience and a lot of hype about Michigan, obviously, you know, from past seasons moving forward. This one, everybody's kind of guarded a little bit because of, they haven't met up with the hype, but in the past.
Guarded.
So let's start with Marty Martin. Okay, Ed Warner, the offensive line coach, he's making things simple. He got a defense that's so deep and so talented, so fast. Okay,
so wonderful.
And everything's going good, looks on paper. Another issue we'll talk about later on about Michigan's football program. But where do you think this football program is going to go in 2018, Marty Martin?
Well, I think first of all, we should let Shea Patterson actually play.
Yeah.
Because it's a hype machine that we've seen through Michigan the last, 5-6 years with quarterbacks. So let him play. I think their schedule is going to be their downfall. They have yet to beat a good team on the road. All their difficult teams are on the road. 2006, the Notre Dame game was the last time they won a top
12 years ago. Yeah,
well,
that's a long time. Hey, I'm giving you ammo right here.
I appreciate
that. Go
at
it. Yeah.
So I think they lose to Notre Dame. They lose to Michigan State. They lose to Penn State. They lose to Ohio State. And Wisconsin's a toss-up. I think, yes, you're right, Tom. I'll give you credit. They're, on paper, they look like they should be all at. But they're on the road. And games aren't played on paper, nor are Heisman's given out in September.
And don't forget about Indiana, too.
I'll give him Indiana.
Okay.
Indiana? That's good. Indiana's gone to overtime with Michigan 2 of the last 3 years.
This one's in Ann Arbor. Okay, all the skeptics. I mean, these two individuals here are just one of many media people on a national basis.
It's not skepticism; it's just called truth.
Whatever.
Tom, facts are mean.
Yeah, whatever. But Graham, let's just kind of look at the other side. I mean, what's it going to take for Michigan to get to Indianapolis, which they haven't done yet, and they haven't won a Big Ten title since 2000.
And as you and I talked on air, we're going to come up with a bet for where I have their over/under at 9.5.
You got to keep working on that, because I do have the Wolverines 12-0.
I'd like you to be like my personal chauffeur for a day.
Shoe scandal or no shoe scandal, they're still going 12-0.
No, look, I think this defense has a chance to be special. And we talk about special defense. We do talk about the Michigan State defense a lot in 2013. And when you have a group that overwhelms people, and I don't think Michigan's had that yet. They've had really fast defenses. They've had talented defenses. But that can take you to another level, and that can win on the road. That can carry you when turnovers and bad moments. So I think that really is the key. Shea Patterson's got to be good. We know that. The quarterback's got to be good. Right. The offensive line's got to be better. But I think that defense has to be special, not just really good. And if you look at the returning parts and the recruiting pedigree and what a lot of those guys have done, it could be a special defense. There's no question about it.
Right. But wasn't their defense a top defense last year?
Ended up being, I don't know, a top 5, but their offense let them down. When you turn the ball over, okay, now time for the RICO Challenge. This is the RICO Challenge. You got 1 minute to say something good about Michigan. Is it in you?
No, it is.
For
I think, as Graham said, can I say something?
Go ahead.
I think Graham hit on it. I mean, the defense is really good. They're going to have to lean on that defense many games and hope that the defense can get some turnovers, pick 6, or put them up and set them up in the red zone. The secondary with David Long and Lavert Hill. I've been knowing Lavert since the days of Cass and King. Yep. He's one of the best corners in the Big Ten. I think they had 2 really good cornerbacks in David Hill and David Hill and Lavert. But David Long and Lavert Hill, it's just that offense. But defensively, they should keep them in games. And if Michigan's offense can score at least 17 points, they should be in games.
If Michigan's offense doesn't turn the ball over 5 times against the rival, that might help too.
And they pay attention and don't throw it in the rain.
Yeah, whatever. All right, stay with us. More fun on Press Pass All-Stars with Jack Ebling.
Here's this week's fairs, festivals, and fun on Fox. The Holt Hometown Festival is Saturday, August 18th. It all starts with a parade at 11 a.m. Entertainment begins at noon, featuring magic, a chainsaw artist, and musical acts, including a KISS tribute band. Enjoy affordable family fun with free Model T rides, kids games, and inflatables. Plus, check out the virtual reality game tent and stay for fireworks at dusk. For a complete list of events, go to holtzhometownfestival.com.
This month, Shaheen Chevrolet celebrates 48 years of giving our guests the ultimate automotive experience.
We've grown a lot since 1970, like adding our state-of-the-art 8-bay oil and tire center.
And expanding our lot to include one of the largest selections of pre-owned vehicles in Michigan.
Late models, low miles, and no worries.
Because our GM certified pre-owned vehicles come with a detailed history report, 2 warranties, and included maintenance.
And special internet deals at ShaheenChevrolet.com.
You get a better used car deal because you get a better used car at Mid-Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer, Shaheen Chevrolet.
You won't get that anywhere else.
Gordon Ramsay's 24 Hours to Hell and Back, Wednesday on Fox.
The Ticket Machine is your local connection to concert, theater, and sporting event tickets nationwide. Our entertainment experts are ready to help you create a memorable experience, trusted by fans for more than 20 years. Whether you're looking for tickets for your corporate outing, family excursion, or vacation, we offer the best seats and the best prices. Grab a front row seat now on theticketmachine.com.
Hello, my name is Dr. John Braccio, psychologist. If you or your child have problems with focus, inattention, sitting still, memory, concentration, these are traits of ADHD. Visit us at drjohnb.com.
Team spirit, face paint, more cowbell. Dean Trailway's motor coach takes care of your travel, so you can support your favorite Spartan teams and focus on the important things. Dean Trailways, your favorite ride.
This one's for Jerry. Rest in peace.
Do you know what happens when you mix prescription drugs and alcohol?
I once mixed 6 tabs of acid with some hard cider. I can't eat apples with my clothes on anymore.
The Cool Kids, this fall on Fox.
The Big Picture brought to you by Dean Trailways. With trips for every season, Dean takes care of all the details so you can enjoy the experience, including daily casino runs and great getaways to northern Michigan and Chicago, where Jack and Doug are today and tomorrow for the NFL Legends Classic. That's Dean Trailways, your favorite ride.
You know what? I know DJ Durkin. He worked for me for 4 years at the University of Florida. He is an outstanding football coach, but he's also an outstanding husband and a father, and he treats people with respect. And I will use your word, alleged article. There's no credibility in anonymous sources. You know, if that former staffer had any guts, why didn't he put his name on that? I think that's gutless. And in any business, and in any company, and in any football team, especially right here in August, you can find a disgruntled player that's probably not playing. So I think it's a lack of journalistic integrity to print things with anonymous sources. But I know DJ Durkin personally, and I know what kind of man he is. I know what kind of person he is. I talked to him this morning, and I don't think it's right. So, next question.
That's South Carolina coach Will Muschamp talking about his friend DJ Durkin, head football coach of the Maryland Terrapins, who now for the Big Ten East, another news peg of the day of some kind of controversy, and DJ was suspended following the death of a player, an offensive lineman, 2 months ago. Graham Couch, it seems like every week there's something new in the Big Ten East. I mean, what is it going on here? What's your take on this latest thing with Maryland?
Well, a couple of things. Will Muschamp doesn't know what's happening in Maryland, okay? And you talk about speaking out of turn and not really knowing what's going on behind the scenes. A lot of what's happening is about the strength and conditioning program, the off-season stuff, and those guys, and ultimately DJ Durkin is the overseer. That's his program. So that may come down to what it is, and the buck stops with you, and that may or may not be his downfall. And anonymous sources, there are times where they are really important, and this may be a situation where this story stops abuse because of it. And one of the things you see in programs in college football, and this goes almost everywhere, they live in secrecy. They live behind a wall. They are very paranoid. And so when things happen, very few people actually know about it. I think what happens at Maryland, what's happened at Maryland, or what's being alleged happened in Maryland, I think happens a lot of places in the country. Yeah. And I think if you kind of brought back the curtain, you'd see that. And in terms, I mean, this is just people are digging, and it took a young man dying here, and that's why we're seeing this.
Yeah, exactly. Now let's move over to Columbus, Ohio, and that story's been going on a couple weeks. And Marty Martin, I'm going to take advantage, opportunity of getting your female perspective on, you know, the situation with Courtney Smith and Zach Smith, the assault situation going on there. Urban Meyer fumbling a reaction at Big Ten Media Days in Chicago. I know we have a 2-week deadline. It's supposed to be all culminating by the end of the week. What's your take so far? What are you extracting from that, from your perspective?
As an outsider looking in, I see a different relationship. They had a relationship with each other when this started. It wasn't just Urban Meyer being his boss. They had a long-time relationship with them. So I think there's more to this story than just cut and dry. I'm not sure Urban's wife told him because of that relationship they had.
Right.
Yes, he absolutely botched, but I do think the media day has to do with him and his ego. Yeah. He thinks and knows in his mind he's better than everyone else. So I can stand up here and belittle you and talk down to you because I think in my mind I'm better than you, and I have this where that's not the case. He wasn't prepared, and he should have been honest instead of waiting a couple days with his. But I just think there's more to this story, Jack, you're Tom.
Yeah. Well, no, and we're supposed to hear by the end. I think we're going to find out.
But I think that we need to let it play out instead of just jumping to conclusions all the time.
See, I don't think he knew. I just don't. I think that they kept it from Urban, knowing Urban's going to fire him if he does do it again.
Right.
And it's more so the fact of, you know, is she ready to leave her husband? Because if we give Urban this news, he's going to fire him. He's coming home angry. Are you ready to pack your stuff up and leave right now? If the answer is no, I can't sit here and tell my husband this.
I don't think we know.
For your own safety.
No,
I don't think we know.
But we have a 6-person committee that's going to find that answer out. But I want to switch topics over because I'm a nice guy. I'm going to talk about this 23 pairs of Michigan
Tom,
team athletic equipment, athletic shoes that are supposedly on a market exchange, and that came down from North Carolina situation. Michigan potentially could have some players suspended if they gave away, if those eligible players, maybe it's past players who have transferred out, then that would be all right, or alumni or the executives. What's your take on this, Rico? Where do you think it's going to go for your beloved Michigan Wolverines?
I think that this is one of those things, I guess, you know, Abeloff, you know, had to come out, Dave Abeloff had to come out and try and get ahead of it.
SID.
I think he should probably have just let it play out because he's like, well, it's, you know, the alumni and it's these boosters and donors. And I'm thinking to myself, why would one of these rich boosters or donors need to put some shoes up on this to make money?
Well, I think he was referencing former players.
Here's the beauty of it. The shoes have numbers on them. You know who the shoes belong to. And we'll find out sooner or later if it is. I'm quite sure they're going to blame it on every kid who transferred and say, you know what, it was his fault.
Or the trainer.
It was a rogue trainer or a shipment never came to the school. It got lost by FedEx or something.
They're sure of that, but you got the names on there. Hey, we're going to find, once again, we're going to find out all these situations in the Big Ten East, which is seemingly controversial every day. Stay with us.
At Tropical Smoothie Cafe, we have a taste for adventure because the only way to know how good something can be is to go for it. Try our veggie smoothies, Island Green, made with spinach, kale, pineapple, banana, and mango, and Caribbean Sea Burst with carrots, mango, banana, orange, and goji. Adventure begins with never knowing until you try, but always expecting something great. Go for a veggie smoothie at Tropical Smoothie Cafe. Eat better, feel better.
Hello, my name is Dr. John Braccio, psychologist. If you or your child have problems with focus, inattention, sitting still, memory, concentration, these are traits of ADHD. Visit us at drjohnb.com.
Well, I got my start in officiating when a friend told me I should try it. At first I just did basketball, and I got hooked. Before long, I added baseball, softball, football, and volleyball. I really enjoyed giving back to the game, working with kids, and working with my local association to recruit and train new officials. I would like to say to anybody that officiating is a great way to help kids and stay connected to the game. We always need new officials. There's help wanted, just listen.
Have you guys ever seen something like this before?
I feel the earth
Under my feet, I feel the earth.
911 two-night premiere this fall on Fox.
More fun, no filters. Modern Family Nightly.
Weeknights at 6.
If you're not well, but it's not an emergency, choose Sparrow Fast Care for things like infections, the flu, allergies, even the common cold.
But if you need x-rays, stitches, or to mend some broken bones, then choose Sparrow Urgent Care.
From Lansing, DeWitt to Okemos
to East Lansing, Mason, and Grand Ledge, and now open on Michigan Avenue in Lansing.
Walk in or check in online at sparrowcares.org. Sparrow Fast Care
and Sparrow Urgent Care.
Healthcare at the speed of life.
You've heard the gimmicks. Push, pull, drag. Double your tax return. More than Blue Book on your trade. Blah, blah, blah. If you want a reliable car with no hassles, check out Team1Charlotte.com. Any car, any budget, no gimmicks. If you don't get your pre-owned vehicle from Team 1, you're just getting used.
You work hard for your money and you deserve to keep it. Why pay $199 to jumpstart your insurance for 7 days when you can start a 6-month policy for less? 30 days with Stop Point Insurance costs less than 7 days with them. Everyone approved, no matter your driving history. Guaranteed. Call today, save today.
Paving the Way, a new segment brought to you by McKerney Asphalt, your smart choice for all commercial and residential paving. Give Team McKerney a call at 484-3188, as Jack just did, and give your property a great new look. If not, it's not one's fault, but your own. And there are some pictures, personal pictures of my daughters at the Big Ten BTN Media Day run, which is basically, this took place today in Chicago. All fans and alumni of Michigan State, and they have a lot of fans and friends, or friends and neighbors on both schools that all ran together, and Taylor and Kelsey and their friend Megan had a good time today, because this is literally, Chicago is the capital of the Big Ten. So anybody whoever school you support, you wear their stuff, that was a good time had by all today. So productive leadership is our title of this segment, and let's start out by talking about that guy on the Michigan State team, beyond Brian Lewerke, that is going to take this Michigan State team to Indianapolis, to CFP, and who knows, maybe Santa Clara, California. Okay, Graham Couch, who is that guy? Not Brian Lewerke, who is that other guy?
Right, you're either looking at like a Joe Bocci, Kari Willis, because what I'm looking at on that defense is what really killed them a couple years ago, and what's made their defenses really good when they've been great, is when a big play happens, that's okay. That's it. It doesn't snowball. It doesn't become 2 or 3 big plays. And that's where you really see leadership. That's where you see guys being calmed down. That's where you, and I think they've got guys that can do that. And when you, I mean, Kari Willis, we've all seen lately just how impressive he is. And Joe Bocci, I think, has a lot of that in him. I think those are the type of guys that have to be able to pull guys aside and just sort of set a tone of, all right, that was a 40-yard pass play, big deal. Now we bear down at the 25 and that sort of thing.
Right, Rico, do you have another guy out there from Michigan State, either side of the line, you think he's got to step up?
I think L.J. Scott. I think if Michigan State can go back to where they were last year, where they controlled the line of scrimmage and they held the ball for 35-plus minutes, and you keep the other team's offense off the field, you just grind out the games. Now, it may not be sexy-type games, but you're winning. And you're winning 28-17, but you're getting the W at the end, and they're going to sing the fight song with the band. So I think L.J. Scott in that running game, just to grind it out, because as much as D'Antonio loves Lewerke, he likes to run the ball. And if he could, he'd run L.J. Scott 50 times a game.
And L.J. Scott's got to hold on to the ball.
Yeah, that's the key.
Why you guys
I want to switch sports to the PGA Championship in St. Louis today, the 100th version of the PGA Championship. Marty Martin, you're our golf expert, and Brooks Koepka, boy, what a stoic stud he was. And he looks like a football player. That's what I like about him.
He and Dustin Johnson, I heard, work out all the time together. And he worked out this morning before he even started his round.
Yeah. Well,
that's what a fiend he is working out.
Now, with Tiger Woods making that run, was everybody kind of feeling like, here it finally comes? It's been 10 years since he won a major.
Well, watching it, he didn't have a fairway till the 10th hole. That front 9, he was truly making Tiger Woods shots of old to get himself out of trouble.
He was -2 without hitting the fairway in the front 9. That was incredible.
It was unbelievable.
It was strange how he accomplished that.
And you could see, and he even talked about it afterward, the amount of love he felt from all of those fans in St. Louis. It was unbelievable to watch. They were like 15 and 20 deep.
Did that crowd reaction surprise you?
No. I mean, Tiger Woods. I mean, look,
he's still Tiger.
The way we felt at home is the way people feel about him, and people love a redemption story. They love what Tiger Woods meant to golf originally. They want to see him win again. And he had 2 putts on the back nine that, I mean, within a couple centimeters of shooting a 62, and that thing going to a playoff. He was incredible and didn't even play his best. And afterward, he said, basically, it was all up here. I had to think my way through it. And that's what separates him, right? Is even when there are things that don't go right. And what I wish, look, I think Koepka is a phenomenal player. He's won 3 of the last 7 majors, 2 this year. But I wish he had to play alongside Tiger. Because that's a different kind of pressure.
But see, you know what? I wonder if him and Johnson, they don't feel that pressure because they weren't there when Tiger was great.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, yeah, I heard about you back in the day.
But Tiger was most of these guys' idol. I mean, they look up to him.
But it's the pressure.
He wasn't a rival, an enemy.
We used to see top players just crumble playing with
you don't
Tiger.
have that anymore.
You don't have that fear factor is gone where it's like, I read about you and I used to watch you on TV.
Well, the other thing is Tiger used to be great because he took the lead Saturday, right? And then you were trying to catch him, and that was just impossible. And now Koepka looked very calm and comfortable, just driving 450 million
17
yards.
for Tiger, just an implosion.
That was, but again, like Graham said, he missed a putt that was right on the lip of the.
All of us would have blown it in, like if we were playing. I mean, it was
give me.
But people can say what they want. Tiger Woods' golf, the ratings are going to come out tomorrow, and they're going to be phenomenal, just like they were for the Open. Because people want to watch him and the way he was playing today and grinding and hitting shots.
And now we want to see the Ryder Cup, right?
We're all going to be looking
at it. He will. I think he will.
You either want to see him win. I think you either want to see him win or you want to see him fail. But he gets
He's very polarizing.
More people want to see him win, I think.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, it should be interesting. And so, we got the Ryder Cup coming up, and then Brooks Koepka.
Do you pay attention to any golf once football starts?
Oh, hell no.
You won't watch the Ryder Cup?
No, but I will watch that match play on Thanksgiving weekend.
Oh, Phil and Tiger?
Which MSU is in Vegas, by the way.
Yeah, for basketball.
Right.
Yeah, I will absolutely watch it. I am a well-rounded guy. Jack's going, he can cover it for us. Drive with Jack and Tom. Stay with us. Law and Jungle up next on Press Pass.
I've lost 2 homes in my lifetime. Both times, my independent agent and auto owners took care of me like someone takes care of family.
Holt & Dimedale Insurance Agency, your hometown team. Come see us today.
The 19th Annual Holt Hometown Festival is coming Saturday, August 18th.
Hello, my name is Doug Daigle. I'm the owner of American Flooring, and I've got a special sale for you. $27 whole house carpet installation. Come see me now.
Thank you to our customers. From all of us at Branson Bay and Chisholm Hills Golf Courses and Banquet Facilities. We hope you enjoy this year's Holt Hometown Festival.
Come to the 19th Annual Holt Hometown Festival, Saturday, August 18th.
An uplifting message from Bras That Fit. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is mystery. Today is a gift. Give her the gift of confidence, no matter what size and shape you are. Gift certificates available. It's all in our name. Bras That Fit.
Download the Fox 47 News app and stay in touch everywhere you go.
Working with the Ide Company, 1, is very easy to do. 2, they're very responsive to our needs. And 3, as we've grown as a company, they've listened to those needs and they've helped us plan out our future in terms of growth that needs to be done at this location.
It's just comforting to know I'm working with the Ide Company, knowing that they can accommodate our growth. In that way, they're an excellent partner.
Opportunities for retail, office, restaurant, and residential. Build the future as a member of the Ide Company family.
Anyone who's had our chicken knows it's plump and juicy. What they may not know is that it's also 100% natural.
All our chickens are certified, humanely raised, no antibiotics, on a high-quality diet of soy and grain.
Why are they called tenders?
They're called tenders because they come from the tenderloin of the breast, hand-trimmed just for colors. It's not a strip or a finger, it is the true tenderloin.
I'll put our chicken tenders up against anybody's.
That's like my Granny Franklin used to make. That's outstanding, Craig.
Welcome to Delicious.
Chris, this is like some of the cars the Graff family has sold over the last 104 years.
Yeah, no power steering, no radio, no GPS, no OnStar. Boy, a lot's changed.
Yeah, and for the good. But some things haven't changed.
Like making friends and saving people a lot of money.
Drive away a 2018 Silverado Double Cab 4x4 as low as $148 a month. Or get a new Equinox LT starting at just $109 a month.
It's our annual anniversary sale, and you're getting the presents.
During our Graff anniversary sale going on now at every Graff dealership.
Time now for Law of the Jungle, brought to you by Retirement Protection Services and longtime area financial advisor Jack Vogler. Earn interest based on stock market performance with zero exposure to market downturns. Give Jack a call at 339-4777. That's 339-4777. Jack and I did. You should too. Yes. Video of that stellar preseason performance Friday night out in Oakland, California. I hate it when pro football is played on the skin of an infield. Reminds me of the old days of Tiger Stadium. It just doesn't look right.
How are we still doing this in 2018?
I don't know. The Lions fell 16-10, but there's always something you can take away from that.
Why are they playing a preseason game that kicks off at 10:45 Eastern
Yeah,
time?
well, because it's probably in Oakland. Maybe that has something to do with it.
Look, they're losing their football team because they still have an infield, right? I mean, so,
no one got hurt. Matthew Stafford did not play. Marty Martin, we all take preseason NFL football for what it's worth, right? Which is not very much.
No, because they went 4-0 the year they went 0-16.
So you would not have watched this if Connor Cook, former Spartan quarterback, had not been quarterbacking the Oakland Raiders. Is that correct?
That is correct. That was my interest in that game. But Frank Ragnow played.
He was good.
Granted, 3 series, let's take it for what it's worth, but it's better than him playing poorly.
Yeah.
So that would be what I took from it. Connor Cook didn't play bad, 11-19. He looks like he's finally going to move up the depth chart for the Raiders.
Yeah.
But that was my interest, and that was probably everybody else's interest as well.
Yeah, and the Lions went 4-0 the year they went 0-16. So even if they won, we should not have been excited. Graham, what was your takeaway from Friday night?
Well, I'm still curious about this team, and I didn't watch the game. I'll be blunt with you. First of all, I think it was. First of all, it was
what did you read?
It was blacked out here. I don't even think you could see the game. Like you couldn't.
No, you could. Fox 47.
Fox 47.
But it's football. Real football. Not fake football.
Okay, Mr. Cordless, go ahead.
No, I got up and played basketball at 6 in the morning that day. I was not staying up to watch that game. No, but what I'm really curious most about the Lions, right, is Kerryon Johnson, is this a running game? Do they have it? Because to me, for them to take that next step, they've got to finally have 100-yard rushers. They've got to have a 1,000-yard rusher. They've got to have something that allows them. You look at what the Cowboys were 2 years ago versus what they were then last year when they lose that running game. What the difference that would make. We just haven't seen Matthew Stafford since he's become what I think is maybe not an elite quarterback, but very close to it. We haven't seen him with a running game, and I'm curious to see what that offense would look like.
Okay, Rico Beard, I'm not saying, I guess you're a Lion disdainer. You're always kind of negative about it. And you are, but I want to get your open-minded take, because you're a very smart guy, about Matt Patricia. You got to give him a chance. Great job as a DC for the Patriots. How do you think he's going to play out? And is the buy-in that the players currently have with him, could that fade later in the year if they struggle?
I mean, I think right now he's coming off of that Patriot way, and we've won Super Bowls, so we know how to get this thing done. If you guys knew how to get it done, I wouldn't have this job. So, yes, you're going to buy into it if you're the Lions, but it's, what happens first? Do the Lions stay with the Patriot way, or does Matt Patricia get lionized and have that moment like every head coach has had where you're like, yep, he just lost it. He lost it. He's gone.
Well, what's that moment?
You win the overtime and you take the win. Oh, okay. Or it's a Hail Mary and the coach says, well, I thought they were going to do that pass back and forth thing. It's when they have that moment where you're like, yep, and he has officially been lionized. So we'll find out during the year. It's his first year, so yes, everybody's going to buy in. Everything he does is going to be great. But we'll have to wait and see if they. To me, I'm sorry, you got to win a playoff game, and now you have my attention.
Well, and Tom, you're right in the fact that he at least comes with a winning pedigree to help get the buy-in. He wasn't a DC somewhere else or an OC. He came from a championship.
For credibility because of his
for sure, because he's got
pedigree.
He's got trophies.
Yeah.
Next Winter Olympics is in 4 years.
What are we going to know, Graham, with the Lions that this could be a playoff-bound team?
Well, usually
some part of the schedule, or
no, but I mean, usually you can see it pretty quick, right? You can see if they're 3-2, or I mean, usually when the Lions are going to be a 5-11 team, we kind of know it. If you look throughout history, by about mid-October, it doesn't take long. It's not like this is a team that's really faded traditionally. This is a team that you can usually see it out of the gate. They're going to be competitive. They're going to be a team that has a chance.
And what would be success for the Lions? What would Lions fans
win
be happy
with? Win a freaking playoff
Just
game.
Get into the playoffs?
No, because they've done that. They did that with Caldwell. They brought in a new guy to win a playoff game. And until they do that, there's no buy-in from fans, I would say.
I've seen the whole, hey, we backed in, we won, we did this, we did that. But in the end, no. And I mean, right now, to me, they're the third best team in their conference with Minnesota and Green Bay ahead of them, in my opinion.
Marty, you got a number of what do you think that ultimate number is going to be in the win column for the Lions after their 16 games?
Oof.
Just go.
Take a guess.
Just go to 8-8.
9-7.
It's more than Vegas. Vegas has them 7.5. Vegas sees that schedule, and it is brutal. You're right. It is a tough division right now.
They're a tough division with Minnesota. They look really good.
Yeah,
it's
they
going to
do.
be
Kirk
hard.
Cousins.
And the Bears could actually surprise some people. So
just get a good running game. I think if the Lions can get maybe 120 yards rushing.
They can get 100 yards.
100 yards, maybe.
Just a 100-yard rusher. Start with theirs.
They're getting like 67 yards
Again, it was
rushing.
limited yesterday. Kerryon Johnson got
he finally did. Well, stay with us. More on Press Pass with Jack Ebling. We're going to take it to the bank. We're going to make some predictions of what's upcoming in a variety of categories. Stay with us.
PFCU is more than a financial institution. We are a proud community partner. Our support includes awarding scholarships, providing education on financial literacy, and sponsoring local events in the communities we serve.
Turn on the lights with Capital Lighting. Experience our full-service lighting showroom. Discover the hundreds of beautiful fixtures available to bring your home to life. Visit today at Capital Lighting of East Lansing, where bright ideas begin.
Sick and tired of being tired and sick? Experiencing brain fog and fatigue? Looking for increased vitality? Many people suffer from nutrient deficiencies, but there is hope. Wyckoff Wellness in East Lansing offers cutting-edge intravenous therapies including IV nutrient infusions, ultraviolet blood irradiation, and ozone treatments. Treating the bloodstream directly improves health and wellness naturally, providing amazing results. This month, Wyckoff Wellness is offering special discounted pricing on all their unique IV therapy packages. Visit wyckoffwellness.com.
Watch Inside the Den, Thursday night at 11 on Fox 47.
The student bookstores are Green and White Shop headquarters. Outfit your entire family with Spartan gear. We have a large selection of men's, women's, and children's clothing. Show off your Michigan State pride with new shoes, socks, hats, and more. Have your tailgate ready with MSU party supplies, car accessories, and dress your pet in green and white. We have gifts for students, grads, alumni, and fans. From Vera Bradley and Dooney and Burke to diploma frames and more. Always shop SBS for the biggest and best selection of green and white. Go green, go white, go SBS.
Team spirit, face paint, more cowbell. Dean Trailways Motor Coach takes care of your travel, so you can support your favorite Spartan teams and focus on the important things. Dean Trailways, your favorite ride.
In college football, you don't have the luxury of looking ahead. Every Saturday's a different way of destroying your season. They'll make the ground shake. They'll make your eyes burn. They'll show you hate and disrespect unlike anything you've ever seen. Don't think about January when there's a Wolverine coming for your face in September. The biggest game, the only game, is the one you're playing.
Time now to take it to the bank. Brought to you by Dart Bank, dedicated to meeting the needs of our banking community for more than 90 years. 4 convenient locations: Mason, Holt, South Lansing, Grand Ledge, and the expanded home loan center in Frendor. That's Dart Bank for what matters most. And there's, you see some video. Actually, this is from Saturday's game, which was one of the 3 games that the Tigers. I mean, they won Friday, they won Sunday, but they dropped this to the Twinkies on Saturday. Bottom line, they are 20 games under 500, rebuilding process. We know that. We talked about it all summer. Thank God football season is near. But with Marty Martin, with all your professional sports background in the city of Detroit, I wanted to throw this question at you. Tap your knowledge. Detroit sports teams: Tigers, Red Wings, Lions, or Pistons. Which of those 4 teams will be winning a division champion the first? I want you to tell me the team and why that would be the team.
Is there, I have to pick one?
You have to pick one. So you have no confidence in any of the 4?
Well, no. The Red Wings now have the highest payroll in the NHL, and they're
not very good.
They're not very good.
Is there a future line ahead of them positively for the Wings?
Sure. not anytime soon.
Okay.
The Pistons still have to deal with the Pacers and the Bucks. The Lions have to deal with Kirk Cousins and Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
So now the Tigers have to deal with Cleveland. So I have to pick one. Based on what I know, I'm going to say the Pistons will win their division first.
Yeah, I
Not
think
this year.
I'm going to say it's the Tigers.
I was going to say, I think it's the Pistons.
I agree with Marty. I think it's the Lions.
Basketball, if you get two players, you can turn it around. And LeBron is gone.
And LeBron is gone from Cleveland, so now you have
and when Kawhi leaves,
gone.
When Kawhi leaves Toronto.
Right. So it's based on process of elimination. I think the Pistons out of the 4 can get there the fastest of the 4.
Okay, that's good. Good response. Okay, Graham Couch, we're going to talk about the Detroit Lions. How are they going to finish, and what do you expect in the offing for first-year coach Matt Patricia?
I'd like to say I'm hopeful because I always pretend to be, and I'm no longer.
You'd like to say, but
I'm never emotionally invested anymore. Yeah, no, I think the division's tough. I do think there are opportunities early. You open with the Jets. We'll see what the 49ers are. I mean, it's a schedule that's interesting. It rarely goes back-to-back brutal weeks, but it's pretty much every other. So I do think it's going to be a middle-of-the-pack team that's in the playoff race. I don't think they'll win a playoff game. I think if they sneak in, they'll be a wild card, and it's sort of what until the Lions show me something else. Yeah. I can't predict something else. I mean, based on what? Right. I was 11, 12 years old last time they won a playoff game. You got to see it to believe it.
Okay, Rico Bayer, we're going to talk about the Ohio State Buckeyes, who you like better than the Michigan Wolverines. I know that. That's obvious to me. But what's going to happen to their coach? Who's going to be their coach by season's end? And how is this Ohio State team going to be in 2018?
Yeah, throw Michigan in there. Why can't you just ask me what do I think about Ohio State? That's the way we communicate.
So Buckeyes.
Jeez.
OHIO, how are they going to be? And what's going to happen with Meyer?
I think Urban Meyer will be their head coach at the end of the year. I really don't think anything is going to happen to him.
Really?
He may have to sit out a game, but I don't even think he sits out a game.
So you think the investigation won't uncover anything that's going to make him lose his job?
No. I mean, I think that he carefully worded his statement that it's almost like that Warshak thing. You read and heard what you wanted to hear. Because it said, when I found out about what he did in 2015, I fired him. So did he fire him the second he found out about it, or did he do something when he heard about it in 2015? That thing was carefully worded. I think they won't find anything. He'll come back. He did not break a law by lying to reporters at Big Ten Media Day.
Just lost credibility.
I know the media thinks.
Right, I know that the media thinks, how dare you SOB, you should answer our question.
But that's also how you communicate with fans. He lied to his fan base. He lied to the general public.
True.
He just flat out lied.
And I'm quite sure Buckeye fans don't care.
No,
where will Ohio
State
be?
No.
Probably in Indianapolis. Again.
I don't think so.
You don't think?
Winged helmets be there.
Well, you asked earlier how Michigan gets to Indianapolis. They need
Next
a
time
GPS.
we're going to make some cool and smooth from Culver's. We're going to make some Team of the Week, Player of the Week, that kind of stuff. Stay with us. Press Pass All-Stars with Jack Ebling, Tom Crawford in for Jack.
What's really important to me is being able to have a partner, and Dart Bank has been that for me. I'm Eric Nelson. I'm a managing partner here at the English Inn. I've worked with John Morris at Dart Bank to help put together multiple projects that have assisted us with growing our business and continuing to be successful.
Chris, this is like some of the cars the Graff family has sold over the last 104 years.
Yeah, no power steering, no radio, no GPS, no OnStar. Boy, a lot's changed.
Yeah, and for the good. But some things haven't changed.
Like making friends and saving people a lot of money.
Drive away a 2018 Silverado Double Cab 4x4 as low as $148 a month, or get a 2018 Malibu LT as low as $106 a month.
It's our annual anniversary sale, and you're getting the presents.
During our Graff anniversary sale going on now at every Graff dealership.
You're up. There's an old saying, you can never have too many officials. The age of the average official is 52 and getting older all the time. We're constantly recruiting new people, younger people to join us. After you register with the MHSAA, look on the website to find an officials association near you. They'll put you in a position to succeed as an official. We all learned a lot from high school sports, and officiating is a great way to give back to the game. There's help wanted, just whistle.
Touchdown, Champions!
The 19th Annual Holt Hometown Festival is coming Saturday, August 18th. Books, 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 The Bookshelf, a live hometown bookstore for real people. Stop in Saturday, August 25th and Sunday, August 26th for a huge selection of paperbacks, bestsellers, hardcovers, all half off. The Bookshelf in Holt.
Dr. Steele and Dr. Cotter are ready to meet you and your pet at Caring Animal Hospital as we work to provide the best and fear-free veterinary care.
Come to the 19th Annual Holt Hometown Festival, Saturday, August 18th.
Time now for Cool and Smooth, brought to you by the 5 Culver locations in mid-Michigan since 1984. Culver's has been delighting guests one meal at a time. Scrumptious butter burgers and premium frozen custard. That's Culver's. Welcome to delicious. It's time now for our weekly awards. And Marty Martin, let's start out with you, the play of the week.
Well, I'll say it's a play, but it's more like a shot. It was Tiger Woods' shot that he had a 9 today next to the cart path that he put next to the hole and made the birdie putt. He finished the front 9 with 10 putts. I'd give anything to finish with 1 putt over the allotted putts.
I've done 10 putts on 1 hole.
I know, but yes, he was right next to the cart path. It wasn't a great lie. It was terrible, but it was phenomenal. I could have picked tons of shots, but that's one. Yeah. That's my play of the week.
Well, that's a worthy play of the week, and it certainly made the watching today from St. Louis terrific to watch. So, game of the week, Graham Couch.
Yeah, we're going to stay right there. The game of the week is the PGA Championship.
Oh, you're calling golf a game by itself.
Well, there's nothing that even compares this last week, and because when you look through Twitter and you look at what ratings will come out, I mean, people were just for 8 hours today glued to their television
no
sets.
Competition either, no football. You know, it's tucked right where it needs to be tucked.
Yeah, sure. And they're actually moving it to May.
Moving it, which is unfortunate.
Well, yeah, I know, because the weather could be cold.
Yeah, and if you get an irrelevant baseball team in your market, there's not a whole lot. There's not a whole lot to do. It was the best golf theater and the most. I mean, I was trying to get other things done and didn't get anything done really, because you're just glued to it. I mean,
impressive.
It for me, in terms of an
emotional. You're not a huge golf fan. You don't cover it, and you're playing it now, though.
No, I mean, I like golf, but yeah, I usually watch the Sunday majors, Saturday majors, stuff like that. Yeah. But that's about the extent of it. But the emotional pull was something I haven't felt in a while.
It's made for TV. Yeah, Rico Beard. Now it's time for your team of the week.
Team of the week. Well, it won't be golf because it's an individual sport.
Yeah,
you called it a sport.
Yeah, he called it a sport.
I'm excited.
I mean, I'm using the loose definition of sport.
Since he doesn't think it's a sport.
It's a game, really, but...
like croquet.
Dude, anything you can play drunk is not a sport, okay?
Oh, is that the definition?
I've been buzzed for some basketball games, I'll tell you what.
That's hard.
I'm just saying, unless you're Rasheed Wallace, you can't really
With that as your background, Rico Beard, who is your team of the week?
Team of the week, you know, I searched and searched and searched. I can't buy into the preseason. I'm sorry. It's preseason football. No one cares. They don't. I was, you know, like I'm going through trying to pick things. I'm going to go with a team that's going back to the Little League World Series. So I'm going to pick Grosse Pointe Woods Shores.
Oh, nice to go local. That's good.
Little League team headed back to Williamsport for the 2nd year in a row. So local team from Michigan making it back. So
you know, I end up watching Little League more than I watch the Tigers.
I hate Little League World Series. Why? There's nothing I hate more than I hate watching
there's nothing like the
Come on.
Yeah, well, now they're showing. I don't mind like the finals, but now they're showing like qualifiers.
Yeah, they show too much.
Is it too much?
It's too much. That's because there's lack of programming, so they have to put
Which is an indictment on Major League Baseball.
Right.
When we've got to show 12-year-olds, your product needs work.
Right.
That's what you know.
Well, I like the fact that they let the players introduce themselves, and one of the players.
There's some fun stuff.
One of the players got one over on ESPN. Let's just put it like that. Who his favorite actor was. Google it. You can find out.
Now I'm going to finish up here with the player of the week. Stud bucket, Brooks Koepka. The guy looks like a strong safety. What did he go to, Florida State? He should have played for the Seminoles. One thing I like about golf, they're looking more athletic. It's not Craig Stadler, the walrus, you know, with a beer gut hanging out.
That was something Gary Player predicted years ago, that years from now you would start to see more of the great athletes.
Yeah. Tigers, lean, man, they're all cut.
Not all of them. There are still some guys that look like the average guy.
You got to admit, and
that's why you root for
Brooks
Charlie
Koepka,
Hoffman.
man, that guy is showing he's flashing some guns. Man, I appreciate. You were talking about he worked out.
Yeah, he worked out this morning before he played.
I respect that. Anyway, I want to thank our illustrious panel today. Jack, I hope we did you good. I know you're watching in Chicago. Marty Martin, thank you so much for coming up.
Thank you.
Graham Couch, another terrific job. And yes, Rico Beard to Spartan Beat. Listen, 6 to 7 on 92.1 tomorrow. They typically beat on Michigan the whole show, as in Rico and Jason, but maybe you'll talk about the Spartans.
We always do.
Well, they won't talk about golf, I can tell you that.
We talk about trophies, so.
Well, anyway, trophies. Okay, make sure you watch Drive with Jack and Doug tomorrow on 92.1 from Chicago. Thanks for listening and watching.
Team One, Michigan's fastest growing Chevy, Buick, and GMC dealer, is now the fastest growing in pre-owned. Go to team1charlotte.com and you'll see why. Any car, any budget, no worries, they're at Team One. If you don't get your certified pre-owned vehicle from Team One, you're just getting used.
We've been doing this work for almost half a century together. That's why people call us Michigan's first family of law. Chances are we've probably helped someone you know.
Where's the most affordable insurance rates in Lansing? Stop One Insurance Agency. Why? Because we get creative about saving you money. Auto, motorcycle, RV, home, renters, you name it. Doesn't matter who you are, you're approved. Call Stop One Insurance today.